What about the other big guy? What about Pekovic? Seems like so far through the preseason he's had a little bit of a hard time staying on the floor. Is that just a transition he's going to have to deal with?
Well, he's the biggest guy on the floor. He's 6'11" and 295 and all solid muscle. He lifts weights intensely every day. So he's going to be banging people around. Until the referees get used to his style of play, he'll draw some fouls, no question about that. We knew that going in. Most Europeans do. They pick on the Europeans early on when they get in the league. He's going to have to fight his way through that one. But he's a skilled player. You look at his free throw percentage is outstanding. He's got a nice 15, 17-foot jumper, and he's got some funky European moves when you see you're going to swear it's traveling, but it's not. And you'll go, what was that? It's traveling, but it's not. But it's effective. And I guess the best word for him is efficient. He's very efficient in what he does. He passes well. He sets great screens. If you're a big guy and you like physical basketball, you're going to love him when he tags a few guards this year.
A three-point shot, they're talking about it. I want to hear it from a coach, though. Is there going to be a three-point game to contend with where they're going in? How many guys can shoot that three?
Our team is drastically different than prior year. Last year, we were probably the worst three-point shooting ball club and didn't look to shoot any. This year, we have a glut of them, from Martell Webster to Wes Johnson to Wayne Ellington. And they just got, Kevin Love right now is really shooting the ball well from the three-ball line, and Anthony Tolliver. So it's going to be a weapon for us. We hope we don't get three happy. We still have to get mid-range and inside baskets and not rely on the three ball. But so far in the preseason, we're by far the best shooting percentage from three land. And if that continues throughout the year, that's going to be a big bonus for us.
What have you learned so far, Bill, dealing with Michael Beasley and working with Michael Beasley? Everybody knows the guy's got still unlimited potential. The kid's unbelievably talented. Had a really weird start to his career in Miami, and I was around him just at Wolves Media Day. 2.5 hours of singing and dancing and joking. It seems like he's he's a great attitude, but he also seems like he's slightly crazy. Do you kind of love that about him?
That's the right word.
In a good way, though.
Carefree might be a better description. He just loves to play basketball. A bit unstructured. But that comes with players of his talent, and sometimes you want it to come forth and just flow in the game, and you do spectacular things because he just loves to play. But sometimes you have to rein him in because he gets a lot of control and he's going to make a couple turnovers and blow up the offense sometimes. So it's a very fine line a coach has to walk as far as managing a player like that. But he's going to learn that he has responsibilities, especially with a ball club like ours, that he has to be in the right spots. And if we can get 2/3 of the structure and 1/3 of the just go play basketball, we'll be happy campers.
Heard Coach Ramazan with PA probably about two weeks ago, and he was talking about Beasley and how he's made a pretty decent transition. He pretty much does his own. He's been doing what he's used to and what he was doing down in Miami, but he said that he was very confident that when he got into this offense and the kind of offense you people run, that he would be a great contributor. And how long does that take to get used to the type of offense you guys run?
Well, for the position that he plays, it's one of the hardest ones when he's playing the small forward. If he plays the 4, it's a lot easier. But playing the small forward, where he's starting out at, it takes a lot of reads. And that's not really his strength at the moment. Mm-hmm. He's going to have to really work his way into that. So right now, it's a work in process. I think everybody's confident. He loves to watch tape, so he'll see the mistakes that he makes and hopefully learns from that. Like I said before, there's going to be some times where he's going to go off on his own and make spectacular plays, and the fans will get all riled up and jump out of their seats. And there are times he's going to turn the ball over, and everybody's going to go, "God, what a bonehead!" But he's fun to be around, and he's a great teammate to have, and he's going to be a big success for us. Especially if he really wants to put his mind to it and be a star.
How much is a guy like Luke Ridnour going to help this team?
Well, we really need him. Johnny Flynn's out right now, and Luke's a steadying force. He's a sniper from the perimeter. He's going to shoot a high percentage. You can't leave him open. He's a dead-eye shot. He's a great free throw shooter down the stretch in close games, which will really help us. But he's learned to be a steadying influence for us. He understands that his role is not to go look for his own. It's not about him scoring. It's about getting our offense organized. And I think he's taken that to heart so far.
Bill Laimbeer is our guest. And by the way, Bill, second year with the Timberwolves, correct? Mm-hmm. Right, and for the most part, that's most of the coaching staff as well, maybe outside of Bicker's staff. But what did you guys learn maybe from year 1 to year 2? Mistakes that you made, things that you need to change coming into this year?
Well, I think last year was a trying situation for Kurt, especially because he came in with certain expectations of how it was going to go, and the talent level wasn't where he needed it to be to run what he wanted to run. And then it became clear the players knew that they were all on their way out the door or going to be trade bait or whatever, and that doesn't have a great environment either. So it was a pretty trying experience. But this year coming in, we still like to have a couple more pieces of what we're looking to do. But overall, I think the talent level is immense. They improved over last year, and we're happy with where we're at right now. Now the players have to go out and do it. Kurt works them very hard every day. They seem to be very attentive. A couple times they'll fall off and get a little distracted or tired, and Kurt puts them right back on the page. But overall, I think they've really listened and they're ready to go.
Are there any surprises on this team? Some guys that showed up that, quite frankly, you're looking at them right now as a more serious role player than you thought when they got here, or a diamond in the rough kind of guy?
A couple question marks coming into the season was our 5 position. Darko is going to be the starter. He's never really been one of a consistent starter in the league, but right now he's solid. He's not going to be spectacular. It's not who he is. You'll see a great defensive player and make a few jump hooks and a few open shots, but he's a steady force for us defensive-wise. Pekovic was the other big question mark coming out of the European basketball. Our backup 5, he cemented that. He's a fine player. That's a big surprise for us. Wayne Ellington has played extremely well in training camp, and he'll be the starting 2-guard tonight, which I think will surprise a lot of people. But he's earned it. He's played very well. He's played consistent, dogged defense, and making open shots. And Kevin's perimeter game is better is more confident. I think the stint with USA Basketball helped him as far as understanding who he is and also what his limitations are. Didn't get a lot of time there and what he has to work on. So I think overall those are kind of the way the surprises, as you would say, or the pleasant surprises.
Coach Bill Laimbeer.
Good luck tonight, Bill.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Good stuff.
Sacramento.
I wanted to ask you real quickly, though, before you take off. Darko, you got a chance to work with him. You said overseas.
Over there for a couple
weeks working with him.
Experience.
What was that? Yeah. What was that like?
Besides just going from the hotel to the gym and back to the hotel.
That
I
was
walked
all
around town a little bit. I went over there. Darko really appreciated that the organization had sent somebody over there. So every day he came with the right attitude. Some players, when they're vacation time, wouldn't have that attitude. They'd be like, oh, gosh, I got to go through this. Why? This is my time off. But he appreciated that I was over there, and he came every day for about an hour and 40 minutes and worked very hard. And, he knows that this is an opportunity for him that he's been looking for, and has been giving it to him. Now he has to perform.
Thanks, Coach.
You got it. Thanks
Good
for
luck.
guys. Good luck.
Good luck.
Bill Laimbeer. They tip it off tonight.